What's up, YouTube? Thomas L here. It's Thursday, and that means it's time to talk about the new movies opening this week. Now, the first film opening this week really don't need a introduction. I mean, there is a little indie movie coming out this week that I think you probably heard of. That is, of course, Avengers Endgame. I simply can't wait for this movie. I mean, the the MCU has been going strong ever since 2008, and since then, the MCU has risen to get some really great stuff. Like the Avengers movies have all been great. I really like the Iron Man films, the Thor films, Guardians of the Galaxy. It all, of course, leads up to this, and I simply can't wait for this. I'm probably gonna see the movie about maybe 4 times. One will be, tomorrow. The second time will probably be on a Tuesday, because to be honest, I'm not gonna see this movie on no Saturdays or Sunday. Uh, the third time will probably be maybe next Tuesday. Then the next fourth time will probably be on my birthday, if it's still out by then, but it'll still be out by then. Come on. Yeah, I'm simply excited for this. Words can't describe it. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely watching this when it opens tomorrow. Technically, it opens tonight, but to be honest, I don't really do. Like, I think the only midnight screening I've ever been to was when I saw Age of Ultron, and that was a pretty fun experience. But you know, I kind of like seeing movies on its opening day instead of its opening night. But yep, really pumped for this. Now, Avengers Endgame isn't really the only movie coming out this week. You know, there's a few other stuff that's coming out. Alright, a few other films coming out this week, one of which is a film called The White Crow, which I believe is the directorial debut by Ray Fiennes, who's of course best known for Voldemort in the Harry Potter films. And the film is of course inspired by the book um, by Rudolph Nureyev, and it tells the life story of Julie Kavanaugh, and it charts the iconic characters, the iconic dance's fame, defection from the Soviet Union to the West in 1961, despite KGB efforts to stop him. I saw the trailer for this, and it kind of looks pretty decent. I really like the trailer, and I like Ray Fiennes, so interested to see him behind the camera this time. He's also in front of it as well. And it also stars that girl from the lead girl from that movie Blues a Woman's Color. It's nice to see her career going up since Blues a Woman's Color, but I'll probably give this one a shot maybe sometime. I don't know. Alright. Also open this week, there's a horror film called Body at Brighton Rock. Here's what it's about. Wendy, a part-time summer employee at a mountainous state park, takes on a rough trail assignment at the end of the season, trying to prove her friends that she's capable enough to do the job. But when she takes a wrong turn and ends up deep in the backcountry, she stumbles upon what might be a potential crime scene. Stuck with no communication after losing her radio and with orders to guard the site, Wendy must fight the urge to run and do the harder job of staying put. Spending the night deep in the wilderness, facing down her worst fears and providing to everyone, including herself, that she's made a stronger stuff than they think she is. I saw the trailer for this, and it looks creepy. I don't really know any of the actors, to be honest with you. But that aside, I think this looks like something that could be really interesting, and I'll probably check it out maybe like online or on TV or whatever. Because it looks really interesting to watch. Also open this week, there's some documentary called Carmine Street Guitars. I don't really know a whole lot about that, but it's about here's what the doc is. Once the center of the New York Bohemia, Greenwich Village is now home to luxe restaurants. A buzzer door clothing store gathers to the Nouvelle Reach, but one shop in the heart of the village remains resilient to the enroaching gentrification, which is Carmine Street Guitars. And of course, nothing, and also, in the synopsis, nothing looks as or sounds quite like a Rick Kelly guitar, which is the reason they are embraced by the likes of Bob Dylan, Lou Reed, Patti Smith, and Jim Jarmusch, and lots of others. Could be interesting. I mean, I do like a good documentary, so I'll probably give this a shot. There's also a horror film called I Trapped the Devil. Here's what this is about. Christmas is supposed to be a time for peace and joyful family reunions. But when Matt, played by AJ Bowen, and his wife Karen, played by Susan Burke, show up unannounced at the home of his estranged brother Steve, played by Scott Payreff, to celebrate the holidays, they are instead greeting with a horrifying surprise. Trapped in the basement is a man, but not just any man. Steve believes that his hostage is none other than the devil himself. As shock and skepticism turns to fear and paranoia, Matt and Karen find themselves facing a terrifying quandary. Is Steve dangerously unhinged, or could the mystery man stranger really be the evil incarnate? Wow, kind of interesting that they're releasing this horror film in April instead of waiting till like November or around Christmas time. I mean, sorry, we got two movies this year, not this year, but this month that that is actually set during Christmas, but they released a movie in April. Of course, the first being Shazam, and now this. Are they starting to have a tradition to release some Christmas movies in April now? I mean, it's way too early to even be thinking of Christmas, but hey, I do love me a good Christmas horror film. I mean, whether you can talk about Black Christmas or Silent Night, I'll definitely give this one a shot whenever I get a chance to. Also out this week, there's a film called J.T. Leroy. It's based on a true story about a young woman played by Kristen Stewart who spends years playing the public role of Jeremiah Terminator Leroy, who's an enigmatic and celebrated literary personality created by her sister-in-law played by Laura Dern. Kristen Stewart, I'm gonna say this right now, she is a terrific actress. Kind of like how people was poo-poo on Robert Pattinson. Kristen Stewart is amazing. I mean, yeah, of course, you could say you could make fun of her because of Twilight films, yeah. But you know what? She's been in some really high-profile stuff that I think she's been terrific in. Like, since Twilight, she has been proving herself to be a really decent actress. Whether it's, what's that road trip movie she was in? I think it was called On the Road. She was terrific in that. She was amazing as Joan Jett in The Runaways. She was also in, that horror film, something shopping. I forgot the actual name, but she was actually terrific in that. She was great in Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. I mean, take Twilight aside. Twilight was years ago. Since then, she's been really great, and I'm really looking forward to see her in this. Kind of like how Robert Pattinson. I mean, since Twilight, Robert Pattinson has also proven himself to be a really decent actor after Twilight. So yeah, since Twilight ended, I mean Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart have been picking some really interesting roles, and really happy for them because they're both really great actors. And I think J.T. Leroy, I don't know much about the true story, but I'll probably give this one a go. I mean, besides Kristen Stewart, a few other people in this includes Jim Sturgis, who I think really needs a comeback. To be honest with you. I mean, Jim Sturgis lately, whether you talk about Geostorm or a few other stuff, Jim Sturgis just haven't been on his game in years. And shame too, because he's a good actor. And also, I do like Laura Dern, so there's that. I'll probably give this one a shot, maybe like online or whatever. Like, it's not really playing anywhere close to me, so maybe I'll give it a shot online. Also, out this week, there's some anime film called Slowly, which is about here's what it's about. When he gets separated from his family, Plowly, who's a young flightless plover chick, must undertake a dangerous journey to a legendary valley in order to save his loved ones from falling prey to the evil falcon. Now, the voices includes John Stamos and Sean Astin. But man, I saw the trailer for this and it does not look so good. So sad that John Stamos had to be a part of this one, but hey, I guess he maybe Fuller House isn't paying him enough. Who knows? But and Sean Astin, I'm a big fan of that guy. If you guys haven't seen his new Netflix show called No Good Nick, he's really good on that show. And anyway, now there's not really, like I said, there's not a whole lot. Like also at this, there's like a film called Scary Stories, which is a documentary about the book Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which of course has a movie version of it coming out this August. So there's that. There's not really any Netflix movies premiering this week either. Oh no, there is the third episode Game of Thrones premiering, so there's that. So and also Cobra Kai just premiered yesterday. So yeah, not really a whole lot of stuff. I guess just studios are just afraid of Avengers Endgame because I mean, who wouldn't be? Come on. Anyway, let me leave you guys. What movies are you interested in checking out this week? Are you interested in checking out Avengers, or are you interested in checking out the smaller films that I just listed? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.